was that you can't hate something that doesn't exist, so you can't hate God.
Oh,
And I was like,
come on,
but I
don't
hate
give me
Jar
that.
Jar Binks, and he doesn't
that's
exist.
right.
So
That's right. That's how it
yeah,
got in there.
I get so sick of that argument that you can't hate
I
God
know.
unless you think he exists. I'm like, what are you fucking stupid over here? So yeah,
Well,
It seems
I'm not
it
too
seems
happy with the people who invented God anyway. Okay, here
Oh,
he
he's
is.
back.
yeah,
Okay,
he's back.
so let's put it to a vote. Do we want him on the panel or no?
that
I don't have time
depends.
for
Can
that
we
shit.
light him on fire?
Well, I do have that kick button.
Okay, yes, evolution is false. I said I would talk to you about atheism on your show. So no, I don't think you should come in.
Okay, that's one vote.
He's got nothing. He's got nothing to contribute, in my opinion, because the argument is, like I said before, there is no fucking debate. So
There's two.
deal with that.
I mean, there's already a quorum. I'm assuming, Russ, that you're probably in agreement there, right?
Well, the thing is his pre-supper is garbage. So no.
Okay, so
Pre-supper, what is that like? Drinks and appetizers?
yeah, pretty much.
No,
I
you
was
see
thinking
that
exactly the same.
that's a great pun, but no, unfortunately, if it were, then I would say if that was the only issue, then no problem, he can come on. But he's not that type of pre-supper.
I mean, if you guys would want, we could some other day, some other time, put an entire show together and give Darth Dawkins his moment in the sun. I'm assuming it wouldn't last very long because
Why the fuck give these people any platforms? I think
yeah,
they're just spreading
that's the other
nonsense.
thing is that's the interesting thing is you
Oh,
really shouldn't give them
No, hold on. I need to address this.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, no, we're not afraid of you.
No, Darth Dawkins, we're not afraid of you. You're just complete and utter trash. That's why we don't want
We've
you
dealt
here.
with this
Okay,
many
so
times,
like
and
if
enough's
he's gonna
enough.
if he's gonna have his moment in the sun, someone give me a magnifying glass.
Oh,
I hear that.
okay. There are reasons, and this is one of them.
Yeah, well, I have my way with words, and I can be a real cruel son of a bitch sometimes. So,
Well, that too, but that's beside the point.
I do enjoy coming up with new ways to tell someone to go fuck themselves. Because let's face it, it is very difficult to come up with a polite way to say that. So why not get creative and verbose with it?
Mm-hmm. Now,
Yeah,
what
exactly.
DD is doing over here, I've seen this so many times, and this is really what boils my blood, is you really don't want to give them the platform because it's such a waste of time and energy and photons and all this other stuff. But what they are going to do when you don't give them the platform is what he's doing right now. Why are you so lacking in courage? Why are you so afraid? You really can't come up with a good argument. Yes, we have come up with the good arguments. We've come up with all of them, and you're not listening. I mean, SJ was doing this to us yesterday, day before. It's she invited me and Aaron Ra to come on her channel, and neither of us was really thrilled about doing that. And it's, oh, what you're afraid of the arguments that we have all the evidence? No, SJ, we just think you're an idiot. That's all.
I have not completely backed out, you stupid piece of shit. I told you I will come on your show. Your show. I haven't backed out of jack squat, dumbass.
The thing is he doesn't ever have. The thing is he doesn't ever have content on his things because he doesn't do anything. All he does is he either goes on other people's show, or he goes on his own little Discord to try to get people to go there.
Yeah, and it's not that we lack courage; we lack patience.
I like it.
Better.
Thank you. Oh, do you mind if I write that down with the appropriate attribution and put that out there for all to see, and as a quote? That is perfect. perfect. That is beautiful. Why didn't I think of
By
that?
all means. By all means. And dude,
Kate,
he's saying again here, asked several times and I back out. We were just talking in the chat on the show before this after show. I told you to DM me on Twitter. I said I would come on your show. Let's schedule it. Now I'm backing out because I'm not doing it right the fuck now? Really? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, come on your Discord now. I'm in an after show now, dude. I said, message me on Twitter. We'll schedule something. What the fuck's wrong with you?
Oh man, that is a beautiful
Oh,
quote.
I could give you a
love
list.
wait, you said what the fuck's wrong with him? Should I answer you alphabetically?
If you like.
There
In
you
fact, do it
are.
in song.
Oh man. Okay. He's saying anytime this afternoon, and I take it part of the reason he's saying this afternoon. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm guessing that he's trying to make things so tight that it would be difficult to arrange your schedules to do it.
And then he claims we backed out again.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Okay, again, DM me on Twitter. We'll schedule something. Not this afternoon because I got plans, but maybe sometime in the coming week. Oh, look, I just backed out again.
I can't. I'm not in the field of evolution. I'm in the field of chemistry, which can be related, but I don't know enough about evolution. I mean, I know how evolution works. I know how the processes happen. I know all about that stuff, but I am not an evolutionist, as you guys like to call them.
I hate that
so
word.
I would recommend going to talk to. I know. I know.
What really gets me,
I almost think that's what they think.
What really
But you
gets
can go
me
talk
about
to
that
Jackson
word,
or
but
Rowan.
what gets me about that word is I am hearing Aaron Ross start to use it,
Oh, no.
and this
Oh,
is
but
one
he
of the
uses
few
it in the
times
right
that I would like to
context.
punch his face. No, he's
Okay,
actually
I tell you what, I am now an evolutionarian.
okay. That works. That works. I like it. I like it.
Oh yeah, I'm really triggered, buddy. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
You know what
Fuck's
it is?
sake, DD.
I don't
Come
give a
on.
shit about you and your beliefs. So there you go. I don't give a shit. You believe whatever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Right.
there's my thing. I'm not that great a debater. I haven't done any debating in I haven't done. I'm not going to say the numbers here because I blanch when I see them. But I haven't done any decent debating since high school. It's been a while, so I'm more for the discussion format than I am the debate format, and that's not
Yeah.
happening today either.
Well, that's one of the reasons I don't like to do live shows. And I'm still going to do yours, Evolution False. But I don't really like it simply because I'm put on the spot. And it sometimes means that I can't remember the facts necessarily. And that's why I like to do it in video form so I can do my homework and make sure I'm not talking out of my ass. Right.
Mhm.
And then I've had a lot of people say, well, you're just a coward because you won't do it live. I'm like, no, I want to give you a good argument. I want to make sure that we're discussing something that's not bullshit.
Yeah, I
But
mean, when I was in high school and doing the debating, we had card files full of citations that we could just go reference when we needed to. We had it all written down, ready to go, and not necessarily so in a show today, for example, were we to actually cave to this guy. I mean, we've got all the stuff. Is that we would just have to go look it up and bring it out so we quoted it correctly, made sure we crossed all the I's and dotted all the T's. You know how it goes. And they pick that up and say, no, you're just afraid. You don't have anything, and it's no, it doesn't. No, that does not work that way.
well, that's one of the things I miss about YouTube before Google bought it is there used to be a video response function where you could post your video. There'd be a little thumbnail underneath
Yes.
their video.
Mm-hmm.
And like that was a way to keep continuity, to keep the thread going, where people could click on your video, watch it, click on their response, watch that, click on your response on that video, and so on. It was so much easier. Now you post a link to your video in their comment section. Most people aren't going to see it, and it might get into their spam filter, and it just doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, definitely. I remember that function. I was not a YouTuber at that time, of course, but I do remember people using it, and that was such a
Yeah.
good function. That really, really was.
I also miss the 5-star rating, because nowadays I don't usually hit the thumb up because I'm not necessarily saying I 100% approve. You know, I mean, being able to give a more nuanced rating, to say 3 stars, 2 stars, 4 stars, that actually reflects my opinion on the video. I miss that too.
Yeah, I missed
Yeah.
that too.
Hey, Darth Dawkins, I have one word for you. Okay, here's what I have to say to you, and that's as far as it's going today. All right?
That's one of my personal favorites.
Yeah.
Some other time, maybe, but you know, and maybe not if you keep this shit up. But no,
Yeah,
not
stop being
today.
your own worst enemy, dude.
Atheist echo chambers.
Oh, for the
I mean,
love of
we might not
Whatever,
even be
whatever,
talking about
buddy.
atheism if it weren't for your dumb butt. I mean, I've got other things to discuss.
absolutely. I mean,
I mean, it is an after show after all.
I like the way Steven Weinberg put it years ago. Speaking of the Nobel grade scientists and that sort of thing, we don't think about God enough to know whether we are atheists or not.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the problems that, like, trying to discuss atheism with a believer, with a God botherer, is very difficult because their religion pervades every bit of their lives.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And being an atheist, we don't do that. The only reason I discuss atheism is because theists are making nuisances out of themselves.
Absolutely.
Right? If they didn't do that, I'd never even think about this subject. I spend most of my time on geeky shit, like watching Farscape and crap, right?
All right.
Well, even better than Farscape, the Orville. But I mean, that's the thing, is I spend most of my time working on my animation stuff, maybe going rollerblading, hanging out with friends, like game nights on Friday, that sort of thing. And like, I don't even think about, I don't believe in God, let me worship my non-belief, etc., etc. It's not like that. Atheism is not like a religion. They don't fucking get it. They don't get it because it's so outside of their experience that it's alien. It's like trying to explain to them that 0 and null are different.
Yes.
By the way, Darth Dawkins, we're not refusing to talk to you per se.
We're just
know that
refusing
it's
to do it right now.
Yeah. But this is how much we're not caving to your demands. Like we will I will discuss this shit with you, just not necessarily on your terms.
Yeah, and this is what a lot of people want, is on their terms, because if it's on their terms, they can make those terms dishonest. There's a certain person who shall not be named that I was in a Twitter war with over the last couple of days who does that as well. And that's one of the reasons that I refuse to go on her show.
SJ?
Yeah, that would kind of be the one.
Okay, you got to expand that acronym for me, because there's a chance I know who you're talking about, but the name every time
Stephanie
you say
Stephanie Jean Thomason.
Oh, see, every time you say SJ, I got to remind myself it's not ZJ.
Oh no,
See,
CJ is someone else.
It's SJ Thompson at Christian-Apologetics.com.
Yeah, she even calls herself SJ.
Okay.
Yeah, and now that you mention it, ZJ's another person I wouldn't mind having on the show. The couple questions I'd like to ask her, I've asked in tweets already, and maybe they got buried or something, and I never got an answer. It would just be great to have her describe what she's doing these days. And I don't necessarily agree with everything she has to say, and as a matter of fact, I kind of disagree with a lot of it, but it would just be interesting to have a talk with her.
Well, you know, I have to admit, when she stopped doing atheism content, I unsubbed because I wasn't interested.
Hmm.
I don't know. I just, it's one of the same reasons I unsubbed from, oh gosh, what the hell is his name? He likes to dress up like Deadpool. Younger kid. You know who
Darth
I mean.
Dawkins. Darth
No.
Dawkins. You do not have a commitment from me because I don't
Oh.
talk to pre-suppers.
Man, I cannot remember this guy's name. He
I
got
don't know
super
who you're
freaking
talking
popular.
about.
Okay, well, regardless,
Well, there's a lot of stuff I don't know. I don't know most things.
but
I know a
regardless,
little about
yeah, when
everything
he
and a lot
stopped
about
doing
nothing.
when he stopped doing atheism content, I unsubbed too. There's actually only a few channels where I'm like, this is really interesting, and it's not like one of us, I guess. I don't like saying it that way, but you know, one of the atheism community on
get it.
YouTube.
We get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
but
Darth, it's not about not showing
God, is he
confidence.
still at it?
It's about I don't like pre-suppers because they're complete and utter garbage.
Let's let
For
him
the
go
last
because this is an after
The
show.
next time I have to explain that, I will keep muting you.
I
Yeah,
love that
you're okay
uncle.
with that. Yeah.
Yeah, in fact, I might just mute him right now because I'm sick of this conversation centering around him. And
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
because
don't
I got
worry.
other stuff I'd
If you
like
want
to
to do
talk
that, go
about.
right ahead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He wants to discuss atheism, which I think is, it's like, what do you mean? Atheism is just a position on the existence of gods.
Oh.
That's pretty much it. So
Wait a sec. I actually have the power to put
what
him in
else is there
timeout.
to
I
talk
forgot I have a wrench.
Yeah, you're
Ah!
scattered. Yeah.
Now let's do that.
You rate, Kate.
I totally forgot I could do that.
For 300 seconds.
Yeah.
I like the way they do that. They make it sound like, it's forever and ever, and it's only 5 fucking minutes,
Yeah.
Oh man, look at that! You silence him, and what do you have left? About 3 comments? Oh, scheiße,
Yeah.
scheiße.
So, have you folks been watching the Orville?
I have not.
Absolutely.